Imagine stepping outside your home at this moment, glancing down the street and seeing people walking all around. Chances are, out of every 10 people walking around, 6 of them don't have money stashed away to safeguard themselves from any financial crisis. It doesn't matter where you reside. This is the harsh reality of the current situation in America. Many people are financially struggling. I know this might be uncomfortable for some, but there's more to it than simply how much money you earn. There are people out there who earn a minimum wage but have managed to build a substantial 6-figure investment and savings account while supporting a family and living a fulfilling life. On the other hand, there are also people out there who make at least 6 figures annually, but remain broke because their primary goal is not saving or investing, but rather maintaining a lavish lifestyle to appear wealthy. As it turns out, wealth can be made from very little. Take this story from Warren Buffett, for example.
But I would like to tell you of 2 women that each sold a business to Berkshire Hathaway, to me actually, for many millions of dollars. Both of them started with $2,500. By a coincidence, it was the exact same amount. It was everything they had in the world.
This is where many people get defensive and suggest we shouldn't talk about money or worry about it. However, the truth is that we all use money in our daily lives. If money wasn't important, why would we go to work every day to earn a paycheck? Of course, there's more to life than money. It's just one aspect. But if you lack an understanding of money or don't have enough of it, you'll become enslaved to financial burdens. You'll find yourself in debt, struggling to make payments, and unable to enjoy your life or pursue fulfilling endeavors. However, if you grasp the concept of money and you know how to manage and grow it, you can build your wealth, secure your family's financial future, and even have the means to support others and contribute to your community. When you're broke, you lack the resources to assist others, and instead, you end up helping only the banks by paying exorbitant interest rates on unnecessary purchases made with borrowed money. Numerous Americans heavily attribute success, particularly financial success, to luck. They look at someone who has achieved wealth or prosperity and assume, oh, this person must have inherited their fortune or just got lucky with their business or investments. They believe that luck is the primary reason for their success. However, consider this. 90% of millionaires are self-made, meaning that they didn't inherit their wealth. They created it themselves. Now, you can either spend time arguing that they had advantages or privileges, or you can spend time searching for the answers of how they got there. There's a systematic approach to understanding money and how to use it effectively. It starts with getting your mindset right, acknowledging that financial success is within reach, and believing in your ability to achieve it. This brings us to today's topic. How can you do it too? Well, first, you must find a mentor. Second, you need to invest in your education. Third, learn to control your emotions. Fourth, you need to avoid the cash-gone traps that are out there. Fifth, you need to know how to snowball your cash to grow wealth faster. Sixth, you need to understand how to move forward with your money. Seventh, you must stop living this game of the glam look. And last, you must stop living a zero-state life. These are the 8 things we are covering in this video, so make sure you watch until the very end.
Graham obviously had way more influence on me than Phil. I worked for Ben, I went to school under him, and his, what I call the 3 basic ideas that underlie successful investing, which is to look at stocks as businesses and to have the proper attitude toward the market and to operate with a margin of safety.
Point number 1, find a mentor. If Warren Buffett can have a mentor, so should you. To start, an essential secret to never being broke is finding a mentor in your field and learning from their wisdom and experience. A mentor can serve as your guiding light, offering invaluable insights and support as you navigate the complexities of your chosen path. This age-old practice of seeking guidance from seasoned professionals can accelerate your personal and financial growth, empowering you to make well-informed decisions and avoid costly mistakes. The biggest mistake someone can make before venturing into the world of business and financial literacy is not finding a mentor. This is something I learned the hard way, and it wasn't until my second year of learning about finance that I started looking for a mentor to help me grow with. Think about it. By connecting with a mentor, you gain access to a wealth of knowledge accumulated through their years of experience, especially in your specific industry or area of interest. This is like getting access to a cheat code in a game. Learning from someone who has already walked the path you aspire to take can speed up your journey towards financial success tenfold. Often, mentors are willing to share the mistakes they made along their own journey, allowing you to learn from those experiences without enduring the same setbacks. This can be an invaluable asset, equipping you with the knowledge to make informed decisions and chart a more secure financial course. Furthermore, a mentor can open up doors to valuable networking opportunities. The connections I've established throughout my career have helped create a gateway to meeting influential figures. This can happen to you too. Expanding your professional network can lead to new partnerships, collaborations, and potential avenues for financial advancement. But finding a mentor may require patience and effort, yet the rewards are well worth the investment. Seek out individuals who embody the values and achievements you aspire to emulate. Look within your professional network, attend industry events, or utilize online platforms dedicated to mentorship. Once you identify potential mentors, approach them with respect and express your eagerness to learn from their expertise. Point 2. Invest in your education. Another vital secret to accelerating your money-making power and ensuring financial success is investing in your education. While formal education may provide a foundation, the pursuit of continuous learning and self-improvement is key to unlocking new opportunities and maximizing your earning potential. It may be that your mentor may not come free. Chances are that's also better, as it communicates that there's a lot of value to be learned and you don't take the knowledge for granted. Today, there are loads of financial courses online offering ways to make money. You can practically learn anything now without any formal education. This is to your advantage, and you need to take this opportunity by deciding what it is you actually want to do with your time. Do you want to learn how to start an online business? Do you want to learn how to start investing? Maybe both. Whatever it is, write it down and start learning. By expanding your knowledge base, you become more marketable, increasing your earning potential and professional value. Acquiring financial knowledge empowers you to make informed decisions, optimize finances, and accelerate wealth building. Education also nurtures a growth mindset, a quality you need to become a millionaire. Point number 3. Learn to control your emotions. As the famous Warren Buffett has stated,
But you do have to have emotional control. I mean, we see very smart people do very stupid things, and it's fascinating how humans do that. Just take the people that get very rich and then leverage themselves up in some way that they lose everything. I mean, that they are risking something that's important to them for something that isn't important to them. Well, you can say you can figure that one out in first grade.
controlling your emotions is a pivotal aspect of maintaining sound financial health. Emotions can significantly influence financial decisions, sometimes leading to impulsive actions that have long-term consequences. By learning to manage emotions, you can make rational and strategic choices that align with your financial goals. Fear and greed are two primary emotions that can impact financial decision-making. Fear of loss may drive you to make hasty investment choices or avoid opportunities that carry perceived risks. On the other hand, greed may lead to overconfidence, prompting you to take excessive risks in pursuit of quick gains. Both scenarios can result in financial setbacks. To help you start getting a handle on your emotions, you need to set clear financial goals to curb impulsive behavior. When you have a well-defined plan, emotions are less likely to sway you off course. You should regularly review and reassess your goals, adjusting them as needed, but avoiding knee-jerk reactions based solely on emotions. Moreover, cultivate patience in financial matters. Building wealth and achieving financial goals often takes time and discipline. Impatience can lead to rash decisions, such as accumulating unnecessary debt or making risky investments. Practice delayed gratification and focus on the long-term rewards.
I think it's the same thing that makes most sense practically all of the time, and that is to consistently buy an S&P 500 low-cost index fund. Keep buying it through thick and thin, and especially through thin.
The first 3 points I mentioned are all about learning how to become financially savvy and what path to take. But the next few points will help you stay clear of money traps and earn more money, both essential to help you accelerate your savings account. Point 4. Cash gone traps. The sad reality is that many Americans are financially struggling and won't be able to accumulate wealth because they're spending money. They don't have on cash gone traps that won't bring in any money. They want gratification to come as soon as possible. For instance, consider monthly entertainment subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney, and many others. People often finance more than one of these subscriptions, thinking they can afford them because they're just a few dollars per month. But this is where the trap lies. Many of these subscriptions end up being underutilized, and the convenience they offer becomes more expensive in the long run. Chances are, you will find it cheaper to pay for specific services like faster shipping with Amazon on a need-to-use basis rather than having a Prime subscription. Another reason these subscriptions become a cash trap is that you don't feel the pain of money leaving your wallet immediately. Since you're using a credit card, you only perceive the convenience in the entertainment value. Gradually, you accumulate multiple subscriptions, and before you realize it, you're spending over $100 a month on them. At this point, you've been spending money on things you truly can't afford because you've deceived yourself into believing that you can live the higher-end lifestyle when in reality, you can barely afford the basics. You might have thought that you were financially savvy, but unfortunately, you've been played by the system. The lack of the immediate pain when money leaves your pocket allows subscriptions to become a profitable business model. As a result, you end up buying multiple things you can't genuinely afford, believing that they're cheap because you don't feel that significant financial impact right away. In the end, you find yourself stuck in a cycle of spending hundreds of dollars on subscriptions you don't need and can't afford, ultimately hindering your path to financial stability. It's crucial to understand that there is a distinction between being able to afford a brand something and simply being able to make the monthly payments. To truly achieve financial stability, you must focus on being able to afford the things you purchase, not just relying on making monthly payments. By following this step, you'll find that suddenly there's extra money appearing in your bank account out of nowhere. This money can be used on building assets. That brings us to the 5th point. Point number 5 is cash snowball. The next step is to take that extra money and put it to work so that you can accelerate the growth of your wealth. To do this effectively, you need to understand 2 essential terms: assets and liabilities. Assets are things that generate income and put money in your pocket, while liabilities are things that drain money from your pocket. Items like expensive shirts, shoes, and subscriptions all fall into the category of liabilities. If you spend money on something that doesn't generate income or doesn't serve the purpose of making money, it's a liability. The trap here is that liabilities can make you appear rich on the surface. Purchasing fancy clothing, shoes, purses, cell phones, and watches can create the illusion of wealth. However, this is what financially struggling individuals often do. They spend their money on liabilities to portray a rich image, but they remain broke because they lack assets. To truly achieve wealth, you need to shift your approach and allocate more of your money towards acquiring assets, items that actually pay you for owning them. Once your income from assets grows, then you can afford to indulge in liabilities. My personal realization of the importance of assets and liabilities occurred when I started investing in real estate. At that time, I was running an event planning business and had enough money in my bank account to buy a Tesla Model 3, which I thought would enhance my image. However, while reading books, I came across the concept of wealthy people investing in real estate. Despite having no prior experience in real estate investing, I decided to give it a try. Instead of spending my money on a car, I used it to purchase a small condo. After renovating the condo, I quickly rented it out for $1,600 a month. When all expenses were accounted for, I was left with $250 in profit each month. The best part was that this money came in passively, I didn't have to exert any additional effort to earn it. This experience taught me the power of choosing assets over liabilities. Buying the condo as an asset allowed me to generate steady passive income, whereas a car would have been a liability with no financial return. Understanding and prioritizing assets over liabilities is the key to building sustainable wealth and financial freedom. By doing so, you can create a solid foundation for a prosperous future. Assets are the key to putting more money in your pocket and building wealth. On the other hand, liabilities may give you that appearance of wealth, but they ultimately will keep you financially constrained. To achieve your goal of becoming wealthier faster, you need to reduce spending on liabilities and instead aggressively invest in more assets. Starting with small, incremental investments like $5 a day or $5 a week can make a significant difference in building your wealth over time. It's essential to understand why it's crucial to buy assets rather than keeping your money stagnant in a bank account. When you work to earn money, it's a physical effort. Saving money without investing means your money is just idling away, not growing. Over time, the amount in your savings account remains unchanged unless you actively deposit or withdraw money. However, the goal is not to keep working nonstop. It's about creating multiple sources of income. So that's where assets play a crucial role. Investing your money allows it to grow at an accelerated pace. Assets act as a tool or magnet, attracting more money without you physically having to work for it continually. It's like witnessing your money grow rapidly in front of your eyes. Compared to the stagnant growth in a savings account, assets offer an active, fruitful way to build your wealth. To maximize the wealth-building process, follow the 5-to-1 rule. For every $5 you spend on liabilities, allocate $1 towards buying assets. For instance, if you spend $5 at Chipotle, set aside $1 to invest in Chipotle. Similarly, if you spend $100 in Amazon, dedicate $20 to invest in Amazon. By following this rule and consistently prioritizing asset purchases over liabilities, you'll gradually increase your wealth and pave the way for a more financially secure future.
If you have the right philosophy, you will find opportunities as you go through the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And frankly, you're most likely to find them when in periods like 5 years ago when we were having the panic.
Point number 6. The goal is to move forward. The ultimate goal is not to live a small, constrained life indefinitely. Instead, the objective is to live more expansively, increasing your means. To achieve this, you need to have more money available for yourself, which will allow you to invest in yourself and attract even more money. Once you have this financial foundation, you can then embrace a bigger lifestyle. You will be able to indulge in nicer things like a better car or a larger home without worrying about the financial burden of payments. Moving forward and achieving wealth enables you to afford all the nice things you desire without being weighed down by their price tags. To reach this point, you must be prudent with your money. Understand when it's worthwhile to spend and when it's more advantageous to invest. Once you grasp the dynamics of money, you'll naturally want to fuel your financial system. You'll recognize the significance of allocating more money to buy assets and investments, as they are the things that pay you back in the long run. To amplify your wealth-building journey, you need to focus on increasing your income. You need to keep stacking on your wealth. This can take various forms, depending on your interests and capabilities. It could mean working overtime or seeking a promotion or a raise in your current job. Alternatively, you might start exploring a side hustle, such as a cake business or freelancing to earn additional income. For those with the entrepreneurial spirit, the opportunity lies in creating value for others. By developing a product or service that fulfills a need and improves people's lives, you can enhance your financial prospects significantly. The key is to not mindlessly spend money or chase illusory deals that offer no real value. Instead, focus on building a solid financial foundation by understanding how money works, investing in assets, and increasing your income. This strategic approach will set you on the path to financial prosperity, empowering you to live a bigger, more fulfilling life without financial stress. Point number 7. Avoid the glam look. The next point is to break free from the allure of that glam lifestyle look. In today's social media-driven world, many people base their lives on what they see on platforms like Instagram. However, it's essential to recognize that a significant portion of what's showcased on social media is not genuine. It's often fake or exaggerated. Unfortunately, some individuals are going into debt simply to create an impressive Instagram page, borrowing money to purchase things that they can't afford, all for the sake of looking cool online. This has turned into a dangerous game of competition, where people are trying to outdo each other, risking financial ruin in the process. It's crucial to remember the core message discussed in this video. The majority of people are struggling financially. Therefore, just because someone has something flashy doesn't mean that they can afford it. Take, for example, Warren Buffett's frugal spending.
Warren lives in the same house he bought for a very modest price, what, in 1950 something?
I bought it in 1958, and you moved into yours about 1960, didn't you?
Yeah, and I paid more.
If you resist the notion that life has to be a competition fueled by the desire to own things for show, then you will make better financial decisions. Large corporations thrive on fostering this competition, knowing that if your friends are constantly trying to outspend each other, that you'll end up spending more money at their expense. However, you can break free from this cycle. You don't need to spend all your money and enrich every company around you. Instead, prioritize using your money to build your wealth and secure your financial future. It's crucial to recognize that everyone in the world is after your money. This doesn't mean that businesses are evil, it's merely the nature of the economy. Companies want to sell you their products or services, and they will use various marketing tactics to encourage you to spend. To navigate this landscape successfully, you need to create a filter. With this filter in place, you can discern what is genuinely worth spending your money on and what is not. Too often, people lack this filter. They impulsively spend when they see something they like, without considering its long-term value. Having a clear understanding of what's worth your hard-earned money will help you make wise financial decisions and focus on building your wealth wisely. Point number 8. Stop living that zero-state life. The next concept of living a zero-state lifestyle, unfortunately, keeps the majority of people financially broke and hinders their path to wealth. The zero-state mindset operates like this. If someone has $75 in their bank account, they think that they can spend exactly $75 on a pair of shoes. This type of thinking is detrimental to building wealth because having $75 doesn't mean you can afford to spend $75. This is a critical point to understand. Your income alone doesn't determine whether you'll become wealthy or live in a state of financial struggle. It's how you manage your money. Consider two scenarios. If you earn $100,000 and spend $100,000, you'll end up broke. Similarly, if you earn $20,000 a year and spend $20,000, you'll remain financially strained. The key is recognizing that you shouldn't spend every dollar you have. Some money must be set aside for savings to protect you from emergencies, while another portion should be invested to help grow your wealth. Even if you have $100 in your bank account, it doesn't mean you can afford to spend all $100. This becomes even more crucial if the money in your bank account isn't even yours. For example, during my time in law school, I had an acquaintance who wanted to purchase an expensive $250 shirt. He mentioned having extra cash from his student loans in his bank account and intended to use that money to buy the shirt and portray a fancy image. This exemplifies the zero-state mindset taken to the extreme. Despite the money being his, he felt the urge to spend it just because it was available in his bank account. The key takeaway is to break free from the zero-state mentality and adopt a more strategic approach to your finances. Remember that having money in your account doesn't mean you can spend it all. Focus on saving, investing, and making prudent financial decisions to secure your future and build true wealth. Living a lifestyle where you spend every dollar in your bank account, regardless of whether it's your money or someone else's, can be particularly costly, especially when it's someone else's money. This zero-state thinking can lead to financial struggles, especially when you feel compelled to spend all your money on non-income generating items, like that expensive shirt. The solution to breaking free from the zero-state thinking is to establish a system that prevents you from spending all your money. You must create a system where living below your means becomes a priority. This is where our Rule of 5 comes into play. The Rule of 5 is a guiding principle that states, if you cannot buy 5 of a particular item, then you cannot afford to buy one of them. For instance, if you have $75 in your bank account and you're considering purchasing something, you should only consider items that cost $15 or less. This is because with $75, you can afford to buy 5 of those $15 items. By adhering to the Rule of 5, you're ensuring that your spending aligns with your financial capacity. It encourages you to be more selective with your purchases and focuses on what truly fits within your means. This approach helps you build a more secure financial future by saving money for emergencies and investing in income-generating assets, rather than indulging in impulsive spending that could lead to financial distress. Ultimately, adopting the Rule of 5 allows you to take control of your finances and make more intentional and responsible decisions about how you allocate your resources. It's a valuable tool for developing financial discipline and ensuring that your spending habits align with your long-term financial goals.